Dwain Woode. Welcome back to our pop-up live as we get ready to get into our fasting for today. And I'm so excited that you're here. This is Dr. Dwain Woode, Wood with an E. The E stands for endocrinology. I educate, I empower, and I encourage you to take charge of your health and your life, avoid complications, go to the next level. We're creating that life that we've always wanted. That's right. Here we are. And so glad that you're here, wherever you're joining us from, whether it is on Instagram, if you're on TikTok, you're on LinkedIn, you are on Facebook, of course, Twitch, or right here on YouTube. I'm so excited that you are here. Thank you for coming through and thank you for being a part of what we're doing. And I've got setting up here right now, got my food that we're going to be taking a look at here in just a minute. I've got some things that we are putting together. So if you're new, go ahead and put new in the comments because I want to make sure that we say hello and get you right and welcomed as you are joining us in this space. This week we're talking about consistency. Consistency is that superpower. It's the secret that gets us down the road to where we need to go. And so we've been talking about consistency. We introduced that on Monday in our flagship show. And we're going to continue talking about that. And on Monday, we asked you to choose one thing, right? Choose one thing that is going to be the thing that you focus on. You're going to choose one thing. You're going to identify yourself with it. So I am a person who walks. I am a person who exercises. I'm a person who is doing fasting to improve my health. All of those are things that you can do. And then we ask you to protect it. That is, make sure that it's on your calendar. Make sure that people around you know what you're doing. Make sure that you are putting some guardrails around to help protect that one and to be able to track it. Okay, to be able to track it. And so now what we're going to talk about is how do we make that automatic? How do we make that process automatic? And it may be something like I'm going to drink water after I brush my teeth. I'm going to do 5 squats when I get home and I put my take my shoes off. I'm going to I'm going to prep on Sunday, right? So whatever it is, so make it automatic. So build it into your routine. And as we normally do, we are going to put together our meal. And I've got my stuff that I got here from the cafeteria. Today, there was some interesting things that showed up as part of what we were going to eat. So I had to make a pivot. And so let's see. Let's take a look at some of that here in just a minute. But welcome to our accelerator members. Thank you for coming through. Welcome to those of you who are joining us from around the country, around the world. Welcome to, especially to those from Atlanta Berean in Atlanta, Georgia, to Riverside Chapel in Nashville, Tennessee, and then, of course, the Magazine Street Temple in Louisville, Kentucky. Thank you all for coming through. And let's see. I see some of our community members. So I see Cornelia out there. Cornelia says, "Hey, Dr. Wood and LLG. Thank you for coming through, Cornelia." Let's go ahead and I'm going to get, I'm going to go ahead and get our, there we go. So that's what we got. Let me get these off here. So I've got makings of a salad. All right, do you see that there? This is what I got from the cafeteria. So that fell out. So let's get rid of that. Salad from the cafeteria. So we've got all the little fixings in there. I've got a hamburger with some cheese on top of it, which I got from the cafeteria. And what actually came in was a sandwich. Okay, so the sandwich has looks like that's ground beef with some mushrooms, and of course the fries. They look so good, don't they? Yeah, yeah, yeah. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna construct over here. We're gonna construct, and let me tilt this down just a little bit so you guys get a better view of this. So this is what we're going to put together. And let me make a change to my camera so you can see me and you can see the food. Here we go. All right. So this is what we're going to use this to construct our salad. And of course, everything in here is already put together just the way I want it. They didn't have the trays without the little compartments. I guess I could have put it on the top here, but didn't. As a matter of fact, we can do that. How about this? Let's do this. I'm going to turn it over. All right. How about this? And we're going to just flip that. Boom. Okay. So there's our salad. Okay, so there's our salad. And I'm going to get my hamburger patty, put that on top. And you guys think I should get some of this, the meat from the sandwich? It looks so good, doesn't it? Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to drop some of that in here. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So here's our salad. And to make things look a little bit better, we're going to take this and let me mute for just a minute. All right, and so there is the salad that we're going to eat right there. Okay, so let's walk through that. And so walking through our balanced bites idea. So balanced bites, so whole foods. And so most of this right here, whole foods, of course, the cheese that's here and also the cheese that's on the sandwich, the ground meat, those are processed. I have some salad dressing that we're going to use here in just a minute. So that's ranch, so that's processed. So whole foods, minimize processing. Once again, the same things that we just talked about. Have some processing, no added sugar, and the added sugar would be in the dressing again. Lean protein and healthy fats. So in terms of fat, there's some cheese on here. The salad dressing probably has some cheese, some fats in it. The um, the meat, that's hamburger meat. So I mean, it's supposed to be steak, but it's hamburger meat. And then I have the hamburger patty that's down below. Lean protein, healthy fats, starchy, non-starchy vegetables. Not a lot of starchy vegetables in this list. So I've got salad, I got some carrots, got some cucumbers, I've got tomatoes, and what else? Got banana peppers, and oh, in terms of protein, I also have some sunflower seeds. You see, guys? You see those down there? Sunflower seeds. Okay. And then portion, this is probably a bigger portion because I just dumped everything over into this. And as you guys know, usually I'm not going to eat all of this, but we're going to eat some of it. Boom. My first bite. Okay, let me do this. Let me change the angle of this so I can eat while we talk. Okay. Let's see. Let's do it this way. And let me do a couple things. Hold on a minute. I'm going to move some things around. Okay. I think there you are. So now you can see all the stuff I'm going to eat. And then let's go ahead and get some of the dressing. And we're going to put some dressing on here. Just drizzle that on. And let's get to it. That is good. I'm going to lean this down just a little bit more so you get a better view of that. All right. How about that? Is that better? Okay. So what are you eating? Are you fasting? If you're fasting with us this week, go ahead and put a yes. And what are you eating as your last meal? Delicious. I want to know. I want to know what it is that you're eating. You can drop that in the comments. Now, as you know, I usually start with salad because the salad gives me bulk. The salad sends a signal to my brain. I guess my stomach sends a signal to my brain when it's stretched. And so I get a signal that, hey, you don't have to eat anymore. This is so good, y'all. So what is your last meal? Drop that in the comments. So good. Now, I would also like to know where you're from. If you're out there, drop in the comments where are you watching from. So good. All right, so consistency is what we're talking about. And so your task is, how do I make it automatic? So pair it with something else that you do. I gave the example of drinking water after you brush your teeth, doing squats when you walk into the door coming home. I do push-ups when I go into the bathroom in the morning or in the evening. So I end up getting more push-ups than I normally would, right? Because when I go in, right, my challenge is to do, and I do 50 each time. So it's a little game I play with myself, but I'm making it automatic. It's not something that I do occasionally or something I do every now and then. It's something that's built into my day. All right, let's see. So Pamela says, hi, Dr. Wood and Cornelia. Hey, thank you for coming through, Pam. We are eating our last meal. Cornelia says, yes, but my last meal would be dinner. I haven't decided, but it will probably be a salad and chicken. That's from Cornelia. We're glad you're there. So once again, if you're fasting with us, go ahead and put yes. And let us know what your last meal is going to be. And so back to the salad. So the salad gives me bulk. The salad typically, and you see, we constructed this one. I can usually find a salad wherever I go. Now, it may not be the exact salad that I normally eat. I'll go somewhere and we'll get a garden salad. Somewhere else I'll get a Caesar salad. Somewhere else I'll get a blue cheese wedge salad. But wherever I am, usually something I can do to create a salad. And I've been to a restaurant before that didn't do salad. Like they did sandwiches, burgers, they did wraps. And you can ask them to give you all the stuff that you would normally put on a wrap in a plate, right? And give you some, I don't know, spinach or some other kind of greens. And you create your own salad. Okay, delicious, delicious. So this week we're working once again on consistency. What we're doing right here is consistency, right? Because we are in our we're in our fasting protocol regimen. We fast every week. We are, and I usually fast the same days. So it's not, oh, when am I going to fast? I already know I'm fasting. We just get right into it. There's no decision that has to be made. Lots of good stuff in here. Banana peppers. Of course, the shredded cheese. Notice I haven't had any of the tomatoes yet. They typically drive my blood sugar up. Oh, here's some cauliflower. Let's go ahead and get that in. So good. And then I love the crunch. All the different flavors, different textures. Awesome. So there you have it. This is my last meal before the fast, and then we'll track blood sugars. So make sure you come back tomorrow as we do our pop-up. Come back tomorrow evening as we do our show at 33 hours. Pam says it looks good. It tastes good, Pam. Cornelia says it does look good. So come on back as we continue talking about consistency, as we continue working to improve our health and to make sure that we are getting our metabolism on the right track, right? So that's our goal. How do we get our metabolism on the right track? And so as it relates to our consistency, make sure that you are, you're supposed to be picking that thing that is, picking that thing that you are going to be focusing on this week, right? Identify yourself with it. That is, I am a person who does whatever the thing. I am a person who walks. I am a person who does. and make sure that you are aligning yourself with that. We asked our community members in our after the show last night to do that, but making sure that you're also putting some guardrails in place to protect yourself so that it is not flexible. It's one of those non-negotiables, right? So one of those non-negotiables that we are doing, and and I'm just looking at something here really quickly. Make one of those non-negotiables. So it's not something that, oh, if it happens, it happens. No, we're protecting it. We're putting in place those things that are going to take us in that direction. So once again, protect it, make it automatic. Drink water when you brush your teeth. Do some squats when you come in the door. Whatever it is, make sure that you are putting things in place to protect yourself. Hey, I'm so glad that you're here. I got to go see some patients now. This is Dr. Dwain Woode. That's Wood with an E. The E stands for endocrinology. We educate, empower, and encourage you to take charge of your health and your life. Avoid complications, go to the next level. We're creating the life we've always wanted, and we are living limitless lives. Now go live a limitless life, and I'll see you tomorrow for check-in. Tomorrow night as we do our 33-hour check-in, and as we continue through this week together.